Good morning in the afternoon. Wow, what a great day. I was just getting too sentimental because 3.5 years ago, when I came with Miriam to Barcelona, we invited 50 people. We came for a meeting, driving 600 kilometers from Madrid. And guess what? We waited half an hour, 1 hour, 2 hours, and then we took the car and went back because no one came. 3.5 years ago, we have above 14,000 people. Thank you for coming to Barcelona. They call me, I'm known as Bash Bokhari, but my name is Sayyid Basharat Bokhari Bashir. I'm from Pakistan and I've been living in Spain for the last 24 years. I started my career as an Air Force officer, then started working for the government, worked for the airline, and 3.5 years ago, a friend of mine invited me for a business opportunity meeting, and in that meeting I found not one, two opportunities. I got ACN and I found Miriam. It was simple. Now today, Miriam and I, we have got teams in 17 different countries. And they told me that I have to give training on recruitment. Now, what's the objective of the recruitment? The objective is that you want to build a large team of representatives who can get lots of customers. Now, when I started thinking about that, the first thing I had to do was think, how is it possible? What can I do about it? What can I think about it? How can I do it? And as I went along learning from different leaders, I learned something very important. I started learning about dreams. Dreams of the people, because it's not about my dream that I have to talk about. It's about the dream of the people. I started in Spain. I have my Spanish dreams right over there. From here, we went to Switzerland, and I have my Swiss dreams in front, right there. You start dreaming with people. Then we went to Holland. We started having Dutch teams. We went to UK and we started having UK dreams. We went to Poland, the last country I went to, the Polish dreams. So on and so forth. So it's about you start dreaming what the people have their dreams. And if you let the people have their dreams, you will manage to get what you have never thought about. But now has to be certain steps about it. So what is the first step one has to take? You got to pick some interest. There are very few things you have to do. First, you have to have the people pick the interest. Now, picking the interest means you invite the people. You invite them for the presentation. You don't do a presentation. Now, there are two stages. You pick the interest. For example, I will give you a very simple example of something very simple which we did in Holland. We were invited last year for a Circle of Champions meeting. We went in and we were sitting in this taxi and we had this taxi driver. A lot of people know about him. And Miriam goes, "You got to talk to him." And I said, "It's too late." And she says, "You got to talk to him." I said, "It's too late." And all I asked him is, "What's your name?" And he goes, "Najam." You go, "Tu Pakistani hai?" I said, "In Pakistani, you are from Pakistan?" And he goes, "Yes." And I said, "Are you going to be doing this forever?" He says, "No, I'm a university degree and I couldn't find a job." And I realized how many young people after the university have not found something decent to do or something they don't like. He came at 2 o'clock at night. If he wanted, he could do it. to sign and do the meeting. But at that moment, the second thing I learned was, once the person comes, you present. When Miriam and I, we were the first ones here. There was no one who could present it that well. She was the one who used to do it best, but sometimes she was not with me. Now we have an advantage. Tony Kupich speaks all languages. So we started doing presentations from other people who would see it. And then the next thing is you have to send the people to the training. Now, we have to be very careful about how you do it. The new reps have to understand one thing constantly, that you only invite. You only pick interest and you invite. You do not present. But now let's see. How can a senior vice president become a new rep? I know how I can do that. I wake up every morning and I'm a new rep. When I go to sleep, I'm an old one. When I wake up, I'm new. I'm looking young every day. Everybody tells me that. So what happens? You keep on doing that. You invite. And you let the people with experience, the expert, do the presentation. I can tell you something. If you are going to become an expert, you will not get enough results. The best thing is, when you are telling somebody to come and see the opportunity, all you have to do is, you tell them, come over, I have an expert who's going to tell you what it is about. People will understand that. People like the experts to tell everything. So you do it. And in case you don't have an access to an expert, the best expert is Tony Kupich. I went to Poland. When I went to Poland, I do not speak Polish. I just took 10 DVDs in Polish. And I went around saying, you speak Spanish? ¿Hablas español? You speak English? And when somebody said no, I said, one moment. And I opened it, I put it, and I said, Polish. And I let Tony speak the Polish. After 3 days, when I came back to Spain, we had 11 reps in Poland. That's an excellent thing. So let someone who's an expert and speaks the language do it. You don't have to be an expert in doing that. Then what happens next? Now, the presentations are, there are 3 types of presentation. The personal presentation, one-to-one, which you can do with the DVD and show it. Or you have the PBR, you have a party, personal, private, business reception at your house, 3-4 people. Or you have a group presentation, which is BOM. But the important thing about everything is not what you know. It's how you do it. The first thing you got to do it is with enthusiasm. You got to be excited. Are you excited? Let's see if you're excited. I don't see anybody excited here. Hey, that's good. I'm excited today here. I'm excited because I've got so many people around here, and I just certainly feel so blessed that I have been told to be the first speaker today. I'm humbled and I'm honored about this. And I never thought it would be a day. But I'm enthusiastic about it. So you have to be excited. The second thing you have to do is edify. Edify the other person. Edify the leader. Edify the other person. Edify the leader. Because I learned one thing in my life, and that was the only person who's going to who does not edify somebody because he is not sure about himself. And we are in the business of edifying the people. So why should not we do it? What differences does it make if you do that? You should do it with the confidence. You shouldn't be, oh, I'm afraid. No. No. You are in a good business. Just now you saw what it is. The president of the direct selling of Spain was on stage. Do you think we have confidence that we are in the right business? Do you think so? I think so. We can go out in the street and tell everybody, we are from ACN, the largest direct selling telecom company in the world. I don't know what else we want. If we have to be the best one, we are the best one. But it's the ACN which has made us the best. So if you are part of the best, then go and prove it, because we are all together. The other thing is you've got to keep it simple. It has to be very simple. So simple that anybody can understand it. Because if you complicate the thing, the only thing is that a lot of people will think it is not possible. Keep it simple, and you will know how it works. The less you say, the more results you will get. Because when you talk more, people start judging your language, your body language and everything. But if you don't say too much, the people will judge the opportunity. When the meeting is finished, you will find three types of people. The ones who are interested, the ones who are going to think about it, and the ones who are not interested. The ones who are not interested, you are not interested in them. Don't waste time. Go to the next. Not everybody is going to want to come into this business. The people who are very interested, you just ask them 2 questions and you will know how to do it. The first question you have to ask the people is, what did you like best? If the person says, I liked the business, you ask the second questions. Do you have any reason not to sign with us? Now, people are used to saying no all the time. So when you say, do you have any reason not to sign with us? His brain is saying no. And that's when you start with him. The other person, you tell him to come to the training because an expert is going to tell you the answers. That's how you get all the answers. Now, most of us are people, what we have the habit that we think we got to talk to too many people and convince them. No, sir. Spend 1 minute with 100 people instead of 100 minutes with one person. Now, the total DVD presentation, that has been the key to my business. If anybody asks me what is the secret, I will tell you the 2 secrets. It has been the dual disc and the Success magazine. And it shall still be there. I still carry them with me. Because that one dual disc presentation takes 30 minutes. If you do it twice a day, you have shown it to 10 people. 5 people will come to the training, and I can tell you 2 will sign in. If you keep on signing 2 people every week in your organization, between 60 to 90 days, you shall become a team coordinator. It is calculated, it is mathematical, and you can see the results. So go about it. It's a question of the action. It's not a question of talent, because talent is available in the dual disc. You don't have to be an expert. I don't have to learn Polish or Italian or any other language. It would be nice to do it because I can talk to you straight away. But I can do it. Now, when people ask you any question, all you have to do is, that's a great idea. A great idea, you come to the training. You have to get the people to the training. You have to get to the... When I saw this opportunity, the first few things I saw were and learned was the training. Put the person in front of the training. Now, I'll tell you what I did. When I started the business a few years ago, I had Art Napolitano. The only thing he said was, come to the training. I said, yes, sir, come to the training. Do you think I'm going to say no to Art Napolitano? You must be joking. If he says so, you do it. But as I went along, I did not have to be very good. I only had to go through a process of learning, but during that process, I managed to get enough good people in front of, in the beginning, like leaders like Miguel Santos and Augusto. I had people in front of them. I learned how to do the coffee breaks from Mats Madsen. That was good. That was the first time I saw maths. And I said, oh, big man, military, army, why not the Air Force should be there? But he taught me how to drink coffee. So you have to have dreams, but you have to understand one thing important. There are so many leaders who are there to teach us. All of us, we can learn from all. If at all I can feel proud of one thing, and that is because having the capacity of learning from a lot of people. Imagine, Art Napolitano started, and George Saluki started Europe. You got to learn from them. I'm so grateful to those people because they kept the dream and opportunity alive in Europe. In Portugal, Miguel Santos y Augusto were the first one. They kept it alive. In France, Francois kept it alive. In Holland, Martin Double kept it alive. In UK, Florence, Alex, all these people kept the dream alive for when I had to come in. I'm so grateful to all of them. Because if they were not there, today Miriam and I would not be here where we are. But above all, I'm very grateful to one person. Because one day she started the ACN business in Spain. If she had not seen it that day, in Spain, there would not be 12 or 14 RDs, no one. I would not be on the stage if she had not started Spain. We would not have our RVP for Richard Ryu if she had not started the business. Our first senior vice president will be qualifying tomorrow. He would not have been in the team if she had not started the business in Spain. The person who taught me everything. I paid attention and I keep on doing it. And I will let her tell you why it is important for everyone to have it, because her whys became my whys. And if your why is there and you start living the dreams, you will be okay. Let me pass to Miriam de la Serra.
Wow, I'm so excited to be in Barcelona. Estoy encantada de estar en Barcelona. ¡Viva España! Okay, it's so good to be here with all of you. And I wanted to say just a little bit what was my why. When I started in ACN, I had one very strong why. My why was my 2 kids. At that time, I had my own business, and my business was not doing very well. And one of the motivations for a mom, I think, is that your kids admire you, that your kids think that you can do something for them, that they can have a better life. And that was my real why. That's the reason why I started. But I understood one thing very clearly. In order to do something in life, you need to believe. And let me share with you the way that we have been doing the business. Bash and I, one of the things we had in order to be able to share the opportunity with other people was that we had a strong belief. And you know what? There are several parts of this belief. And let me share it with you. The first one, when you're starting this business, you need to believe in the company you're in. I mean, how can you go out and share the opportunity with people if you don't believe in our business, if you don't believe in ACN, if you don't believe in the founders? Just go out and get it inside you. We're the #1 in the world. Be proud of it. Go out there and say, I'm proud of ACN. ACN is my really reason why I'm here. But you know what? ACN is #1 in telecommunications, but our goal is ACN is going to be #1 in the world in everything that has to do with multi-level companies. Why? Because we believe in our opportunity. But let me tell you one thing also. You have to believe in the products. You have to share the products. You got to get emotion with all our video phones and all the things that we have. I mean, today's going to be an incredible day. We're going to have lots of things. And the product is an easy product to share. The product is something that we use every day. You don't have to change the habits of people. You don't have to motivate to use them. And you get paid month after month. And the third thing is we had faith in the compensation plan. I have never seen such a fantastic compensation plan like the one in ACN. You know why? I've been in another multi-level company, and they normally what they do is they pay you more on the first level of the down. And you know why? Because you have to be recruiting all the time. The philosophy of ACN is completely different. What they do is they show you how to be generous. They show you how to help people. You know why? Because if you help people to build their business, you make more money. And that's something we need to start thinking. We need to start thinking exactly that our compensation plan guides us to the right way. The more we help you make more money, the more we make. And obviously, the key part of being successful on recruiting a big organization is you. Let me tell you about you, because you are the key. Are you here to make a lot of money? Yes, obviously. But you know what? You can make a lot of money. You know why? Because in ACN, nobody tells you if you're black, you're white, you're Muslim, you're Catholic, you're tall, you're small. Anybody can do it. We have an opportunity for everybody who comes through that door and says, I have the desire of winning in my life. So anybody can do that. But you have to be motivated with a why. But the why is not the money. The why is what can I do with the money? What's the feeling? We're talking about emotions. We're talking about how we feel. Because how we feel is how we're going to act, and we're going to share this with other people. So we're talking about having great holidays. Well, Bash doesn't look like that anymore. Let me show you. He's not like that anymore. He lost a lot of weight, but okay, I took him to the islands. Why not? Okay, we're going to have a better life for our children. Why not? A great car. It's not the car. It's how you feel when you have a car and say goodbye to your friends, right or wrong? How does that feel? When they say you can't do it, why are you there? It's what you can achieve, that big house. But what are your dreams? Let me tell you, one of a lot of men's dreams is one. You know what? Make more money than your wife can spend. Take a note of that, okay? So you don't get in trouble. That's a motivation. But let me tell you another thing. A lot of people start in the business because another why. They want to share a big opportunity. There's a lot here to share with other people. But the key is how to learn to get what you want in life. Let me tell you what's the key to all of it. It's not your why. You know what it is? In order to recruit other people, you have to change your mindset. It has to do with their why. You know what? We have a great opportunity. And you know what the opportunity is? We have something up here. We have a present that we're going to give to somebody. But you know what we have to do? We don't have to try to convince anybody about the opportunity. The only thing we need to do is find out their needs and give them a solution. We have something good for them, but what is our job? I need to find what they want and give them. I don't have to sell them anything. I don't have to convince them, because you know what? When you convince somebody to do something, you need to keep on pushing all the time, right or wrong? We're not glad doing that. We're not happy. That doesn't make us comfortable. We have something so good. We need to put it up here, and people need to get it. But what do we need to do is when we talk to people, when we're recruiting people, start thinking about them, not you. Don't think that that person is going to make you rich. Think that person is going to have an opportunity that they never had in their lives. And I'm going to be the one who's going to help them get their dreams. And that's the key. The key is not what am I going to get out of here? If you start thinking about others, you'll find it. You'll find exactly what they have. This business is for everybody. Every day we're surprised, right or wrong. We see somebody, we don't think this person is going to do anything, and suddenly this person is booming, and he's going to be at TC, and he's going to do everything. And we look at him and we think, ooh, that person right there, I would have never thought they could do it. But you know what? This business has to do with finding the right people. The people that don't need the opportunity, the people that need it. But please put it up here. When I see people around other countries and Spain giving out papers in the cars or putting ads, like trying to get everybody, let's get in here. No, we have something very special. We have a present for you. And you guys are lucky here because like I was, somebody gave me that present and gave you that present that you can use it to have a better life. So we talk about sharing and we talk about caring. That's the key. The key in this business has to do with caring. Take somebody in this business and you have two things that you have to do. Number one, you have a professional obligation. You need to teach them to have the knowledge to succeed in this business. They need to know the industry. They need to know the products. They need to know how to share the products. They need to know the marketing plan. They need to have a way to start and grab them by the hand and make sure they follow the steps. We're very lucky here, you know. When I had my own business, nobody taught me what to do. When things were going wrong, nobody told me, now you have to do this. Here, everybody's teaching you the steps. The marketing plan shows you the step, the next step, the next step, the next step. What do you need to do? But you know what? It has to do with our feelings. Let me tell you, how many times somebody that you really love has told you no, right or wrong? And that hurts, doesn't it? It really hurts. And especially when it's your family, your friends, right or wrong. I remember the first time when I started this business, I called my brother. I only have one brother. I don't have any parents. I don't have any more family. I was all excited. I came to Nice to the first convention. I saw François Monfray right here, and I said, I want to be like her. I came back home. I called my brother, and I said, listen, I'm going to get rich. And he said, what did you drink tonight? I said, no, I just saw an American company that we're starting with fixed lines in Spain. Fixed lines? You're talking about fixed lines? Everybody is using mobile phones. Fixed lines are going to disappear. What are you talking about? Yeah, but I'm going to get it done. And how many people are there in Spain? No, I'm the first. See, because there's no market. You're the first idiot, right? And so I said, no, boy, that hurt again. So you know what? My brother started last month in the business. And you know what? That hurt. You know, there's times for people. A lot of times, people tell you things that make you feel bad. But you know what's the key in this business? In order to set up a big distributorship, you have to control your feelings. It has to do with your emotions and how you feel. Because if they hurt you, you're not going to continue. And you know what? You have something that you can change people's lives. So whatever happens to you, you need to start having a base every day. Talk to people, talk to people, talk to people. Bash and I are talking to everybody all the time. We have all kinds of people in our business. Every time we go someplace, we recruit somebody. You know why? Because we believe in the business, in the company, in the marketing plan. We believe in the products. And we believe that's a great opportunity for them. And that's the key. But don't worry. We also looked like that at the beginning, okay? Everybody gave us hits. No, this is not going to work. You're stupid. Nothing's going to happen. But you know what? Inside we're saying, we feel great. We used to go out and say, I'm a millionaire. The only thing I'm missing is the money. That was the key. Just go out even if they hit you one after another. Have the attitude that you have something really good. But let me tell you one thing. Don't think you're going to get everybody in the business. I mean, not everybody's going to do it. A lot of people are going to say no. But you know what? This is a marathon. But you don't get to the marathon and you win if you're the first. In ACN, everybody wins. Everybody who gets there. wins. And that's the key. It doesn't make any difference how much time. Not everybody is going to say yes. I tell everybody in Spain, there's only 46 million people in Spain. And if one person says no, you know how many there are left? 45,999,999 opportunities. But you know what? They only have one. But that reminds me of a little story of a little kid that one day he went to see a guy that was a sculptor. And he was with a big, huge stone. And he was doing something with a stone. So the little kid goes over and says, "Sir, please, can I find out what you're doing?" And he was saying, "No, I'm doing the sculpture." So this kid, after 3 or 4 weeks, goes back to see the sculpture and says, "Oh, what is this lion? You just made a lion. What a beautiful lion. Sir, how did you know that inside that stone there was a lion inside?" And so the sculptor said, "Sweetheart, the only thing I did is take away the crumbs of that lion." Let me tell you one thing. We're in that business. You know how many people have a lion inside? Do you know how many people are out there looking for a better life? Do you know how many people are saying, "Please, I need a change," but they have 0 opportunities? We are the messengers. We have something good that they can change their lives. But let me tell you one thing. They have to want it, right? So not everybody is going to say yes. But the key is that you share it with the people. And the person who has that lion inside, the person who says, "I want to have a better life," they're going to say yes. But let me tell you another thing. All of us are in a little prison. And the prison is our beliefs, our family, our behaviors, politics, all our habits, everything that happened in our lives. We're in a little prison that's conditioning us to grow. That's conditioning us to see an opportunity, because when we see an opportunity, we think, this is too good to be true, right or wrong. That's what happened to everybody in ACN. They come and look at it, they see 20,000, and they say, "Wow, this is too good to be true. It's not for me, because I'm inside my prison. I need to have this around me to feel secure. Everything I know makes me feel secure. So if I get out of the prison, I'm afraid I'm going to fail. I'm afraid people are going to criticize me. I'm afraid something's going to happen to me." And they're in that little prison. I have to say one thing. You know what we have in our hands? We have a key. And that's the key of freedom. And you know what? This key of freedom we have every day in our hands. So every morning when you get up, you have to understand one thing. You have that key in your hand, and that key, the only thing you need to do is start giving the key to every single person that comes and look at an opportunity, and start talking to them about one thing. Hope, have a hope, have economic independence, have an opportunity, because we're talking about changing people's life. So when people tell me, "I can't recruit anybody, nobody's interested about the business," you know why? Because they don't believe they have that key. Just imagine somebody gave you a key. Use that key. You have that key for yourself to open that cage. But the most important thing is, if you start thinking about opening other people's prisons, if you start thinking about helping others to reach where they want, you'll reach where you want. One of the things we need to start thinking is not being selfish. Start thinking about others, because you know what? The happiness that gives us to be able to be with a lot of people from your team, and having people come up to you and say, "Thank you, you've changed my life. Thank you, thanks to that day that you told me come to a convention, or do this way, or you told me I believe in you," change your life. 4.5 years ago, when I was having big trouble in my life, I was by myself with my kids, with a business. I was losing all my money. I lost the house. I lost my business. I lost everything. There was one person who gave me that key and said, I believe in you. You're the best. And that was Art Napolitano. And he changed my life. I hope you have the same power with a lot of people, that you give them that key and somebody will tell you in the future, thank you, you changed my life. So I hope for the next time we have this event full and most of the people there are going to be in your team. Thank you so much. I'm very delighted to be with you. And you know, everybody knows that you can count on Bash and I. We'll be there to try to show everything we know and give you our hearts. Thank you very much.